We haven't talked to you since you guys signed Dory Jackson. So I'm just curious, can you just talk a little bit about your relationship with him? I know you guys go back to your Tennessee Titans days, and you played a big role in recruiting him here. So can you just, tell us about your relationship with Dory?
Yeah, me and Dory we go back a couple franchises, and he's a great friend of mine. He's a great player. He's a great teammate. He loves to play ball. He's super talented. And I'm just a believer in him because I see how hard he works from day to day. When he came in the league out of USC as a junior, he was like the youngest kid I ever met in the league. Like him and Juju were like babies. And he was born like in 95. And now like McKinney and Darnay are born like 2001. So I just feel like really old. But and Adory's getting old too, which makes me feel real old. So we're good friends, man. And we like playing together, and we have a good bond, and it definitely makes it more productive to have a corner safety who are really close and understand how each other think a little bit out there on the field.
Paul Schwartz, New York Post.
Hey, Logan.
Hey.
Knowing how much you know now compared to you did last year, the schemes, what Pat Graham wants, obviously looking at the offense, they know what Jason Garrett wants. How much do you feel this team is now ahead of where it was last year? And, I know some guys don't like to use the term hit the ground running, but just the knowledge and the familiarity now compared to last year, is it just light years?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't here last year, right? I wasn't here this time last year. I wasn't even playing safety this time last year. So, yeah, I think I am light years ahead personally in my development. I don't think you hit the ground running. I think you hit it learning. It's definitely that time of the year. But, yeah, I think we're able to play, able to do obviously the fundamentals are the fundamentals, and that's what this time of the year is about. But the complexities, the 202s and the 303s of this defense of football is definitely easier the more years you go into it. You speak the language another year, you're a little bit more fluent. And I always believe with preparation, you're only going to play as good as your preparation. So with more preparation and a year's worth of reps on your belt, you should be able to perform faster. You should be able to perform a little more detailed, and the game should slow down for you. So I'm excited. We obviously have a lot of new pieces on offense, defense, special teams, like everybody around the league. So we just got to work with that the best we can. And this is what, practice is for.
Thanks.
Dan Duggan, The Athletic.
Hey, Logan.
Hey.
Obviously, you came in last year after Xavier got hurt, and then he came back, obviously for a couple games at the end. But how do you think you, Jabril, and him will all fit together here in this defense?
I think that's why, great question, Dan. I think that's the beauty of, Pat Graham. I think we have good players, and I think that Pat Graham has to does a great job of talent or making the defense fit the players. I don't know, but I think we have a versatility to do multiple positions. I'm a big proponent of playing 11 DBs on every snap, so maybe all of us will be out there in different packages. Who knows? That's the fun part. We're game plan defense. We're far away from game planning. But me, Jabril, and X, I think we're each other's biggest fans. I think we like playing together. I think there's no selfishness there. And I try to give them every trick or tip that I've known and learned through the years that Aqib Talib and Darrell Revis taught me and Devin McCourty taught me. I try to put that down to them and allow them to be better players than me at that age. So I just love coming to work with those guys. They're great guys, and we're finding a way to all enjoy each other. And honestly, personally, I'm looking at just what the best safety rooms in the league look like and not hold ourselves to that standard in terms of practicing and working every single day and pushing each other.
Take two more questions. Matt Lombardo, Fansided.
Hey, Logan, how's it going, man?
Going great.
Good. Hey, you guys came one game shy of making the playoffs last year, and you've obviously been to the other side many times. As a leader, what's the message to the rest of the team to kind of get the job done this year? And what do you guys need to do differently to take that step?
Yeah, I mean, the message is a new year. It truly is 6 games. I mean, even 7 and 9 doesn't get it done most years. So I really don't care about that. I care about coming out and executing and running our defense better and running our offense better. We definitely got some more horses in the stable this year, as you know, but it's a team sport. I mean, it's a team sport. You got to come together and execute. So to me, it's about execution and details and winning games is all that matter. I don't play this game to have losing records and try to get one game better than 6 and 10. So we just got to take it one step at a time. And the message is to build the foundation, embrace it. It was 93 degrees today, humid. You guys were out there almost passing out. You weren't even running around. So this conditioning was great for us. And this is the time of year to definitely get that.
Justin Walters, Pix 11.
Hey, Logan, just wanted to follow up on the gathering that you had out in Florida. Is there something that you found surprisingly rewarding from having that? And then to follow up on that, is there a barometer that you and the secondary are using so you can try to be one of the best secondaries or even safety rooms in the league?
Yeah, I think just how many guys wanted to be there, how many guys want to learn. I think I'm kind of the middle child, as J. Cole would say, where I'm not that old, but I don't relate with the 21-year-olds we have in the league nowadays. But the guys we got, I mean, they really want to learn. They really want to be coached. They're really asking the questions, especially X. He really wants to pick my brain and pick our brain on how to do things. And it's very different than what you hear about the modern day athlete and how they learn. So it's just how many guys really want to learn those little details and see the process of what it takes to put together 9-10 years of career. I was really inspired by how many guys, just the bonding that took place. It's going to be special. It's going to pay off. And then the barometer for me, what I always do is I look at last year's just statistics, just broad, like who was the top secondary? Like, is it the Rams? Is it so-and-so? What are some of the numbers that they put up? What's some of the franchise numbers, the best Giants secondaries? Who are those players? And I reached out personally this year. I reached out to Antrell Roll. I reached out to Jason Sehorn. I reached out to Corey Webster. And I reached out to those guys and I said, hey, I want to pick your brain. I want to be great like you. I respect what you guys have done in the past. Can you give me anything? And all those guys were so honored and willing and eager to be a part of our secondary. They were willing and eager to help out. They were thankful that I reached out and try to build that bridge between a current secondary and the former greats. And we want to be like them one day. I want to be like Roll and Sehorn. I want to lead those units. So I just asked them personally how to be a better leader and a better player and be an empty cup. And they're definitely filling it up. Antrell Roll has a lot of great tips for me to make more plays back there. And I just try to relate that and try to teach the history of the franchise to the young guys so we know what our standard is to be one of those great secondaries and to make, the organization and the fan base proud.